And what's up, everyone? It's me, Pat, joined with the normal cast of characters. Well, minus Nanman per normal. But we do have a new co-host, guys. It is Jadine. So we have Brandon and me, and now Jadine joining us. So this should be fun. Welcome, Jadine. Welcome to the state.
Hi, great to be here.
Yeah, well, I figured we'd probably make the show a little bit more credible. Having an actual player that actually travels to events.
And is good.
Yeah.
I can only vouch that I travel.
We top 50 to Pro Tour, so you're good. I haven't been to one yet, so you got us beat there. I don't think anybody here has.
It's been a while.
That's fair.
Long while. No, so yeah, basically the gist of the show is, guys, for people watching or new watching, we go over, what we did this week, if we played Magic, if we didn't play Magic, the results of the week, anything fun like that, and of course, upcoming events and news. And always, we like to thank our sponsor, cardholder.com, who makes our Versus videos possible. We'll have to get JD on that one sometime.
Yeah.
On stream. Maybe you have better. Well, maybe Brandon will have better luck beating you.
Yeah, maybe you can get my ass kicked by her instead of you.
Yeah, you got whomped this week, so.
That's incorrect.
Okay, game 1, you got whomped.
Sure, you won me one game. You got it, Pat.
All right, so since we have no Nanman, and Nanman's, it's sad. I would have liked the full-blown cast and crew, but I guess girlfriend and soon-to-be fiance, whatever comes first. So let's go over weeks. Brandon, you're always first. So, what did you do this week?
I played Standard at FNM and won. Yay!
Did you won?
I won. I played Green Splashing Black Devotion. The deck's really good.
Is that See the Unwritten thing that you played for me?
Yeah, the same one we played yesterday.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. When you see the Unwritten into double Doomwake Giant and wipe your opponent's board and then put 2 4/6s into play, it's pretty good. That was good times. I enjoyed myself. My opponent, on the other hand, did not, and he got crushed real bad right there. So, yeah. This is a pretty sweet deck. Probably just play it again next Friday. Or next Standard, I should say.
You always play green-black. That's all you play.
Yeah, I mean, this time it's because it's really good. It's not just because I'm forcing it.
Yeah, I'm going to play Lot Latrol. It's not good, Brandon. I'm going to play it.
I hardly played Lot Latrol, even though it was my favorite card.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. There was like one deck.
So no drafting this week, though?
No, it's tomorrow.
Ah.
We alternate, right? We got Standard one week and then draft the next.
Oh, okay. Because
we only have one event a week, Pat.
I'm sorry.
I don't live in a big city. I can't go draft every night. That'd be great, though.
It would be. What about you, Jadine? What fun did you get into this week?
I hit the Standard Open portion of whatever SCG was last weekend. I don't even remember. Yeah, Worcester. Yeah, I went on 2-2 drop, and then the next day I went a PTQ, and I went 1-2 drop in the sealed format. So I didn't do a lot of winning last week.
Sealed can be a little rough.
This sealed format is giving me headaches, but I've been playing it a lot on Moto, so hopefully we have a better handle going forward.
Yeah, we've been grabbing a lot of packs and sitting down and doing sealed stuff, and I've been trying to help the guys out because they, like you, it's been rough. It's like you can have an amazing setup, or it's like, oh my god, what do I do with this mess?
Just play 5 colors.
Yeah, 5-color good stuff seems
always
to be pretty constant.
If you have the lands, like that's what you are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's the lands. Yeah.
So 2-2 drop. That's no good.
No, it's not great.
So you're still on the Jeskai aggro or Jeskai.
Whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's what I've been playing. I've actually been getting beat up pretty bad on Moto in the last weekend, doing poorly. So I might be trying to figure something else out. We'll see.
Give me a chat because I've been tinkering with Jeskai a lot still.
Okay.
I think Rebel Master is almost ready to come out. I hate to say it, but I feel like he's.
Let's go with the Flyers list.
Yeah, I like the Flyers list a little bit better.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm still winning all my games via Rabble Master, so it's like hard for me to do.
Yeah.
But
Oh, I
Master
get it.
Stoke and
Right, yeah, you're
yeah,
Rebel Master into Stoke, and it's like, oh, wow, that's pretty cool.
yeah, it's
pretty
pretty
strong.
sweet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome. As for me, no, I did not actually play this week, Brandon. Someone at the store said some things, so boss man won't let us play while we work, so I could not play while working. So sad.
That's an actual issue people brought up.
Yeah, they were. I don't know. It was something weird. So
People just look for stuff to complain about.
I guess so. But I had an Abzan list I was gonna run. There's an aggro Abzan list, and because I was playing the mid-range Abzan format, I wanted to put a gun to my head after game day. Oh my god, did I want to put a gun to my head? It's like, oh yes, I'm gonna beat you with this, and then you're staring at someone else with a butt just as big as yours, and you're like, I can't swing into you. So you literally will stare into their eyes for 30 minutes.
You got to make the swing and bluff the Absent charm. Those counters, they're sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat doesn't play mid-range matchups and therefore thinks that they're slow, but that's just how they are. You haven't played a mid-range deck in so long.
I know, it's been forever. I've been on control forever. I blame...
He's like, this mid-range deck is slow. I gotta go back to control. That way my opponent can attack, and then I do nothing. Till
I've been on the Rev and Verdict for a while. Okay? Sorry.
I mean...
If there's any deck that is slow, it's that.
Yeah, but I knew how to play it, so... I knew how to play it. Anyways, so we have a lot of stuff to talk about this week. I mean, from possible cheating, question mark, to events coming up. So why don't we just get into where Jadine was in the Standard Open and go from there. So what knocked you out? I gotta ask Jadine, what deck?
Abzan aggro actually, and then I lost before that to the green red monsters deck, which I really like that deck, to be honest.
It's pretty. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty disgusting.
Is that a good thing?
That's a good thing. You will learn my mannerisms. You will definitely learn my mannerisms.
Was it the guy who got 14th?
I have no idea. I didn't.
Putney?
I would have to go back to my DCI number.
Fair enough. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's pretty good though. Green Red Monsters, I feel like's got a lot of answers.
Yeah.
And it's stompy enough to basically roll over.
Oh yeah, it's just a threat deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's solid. Crater's Claws, and just nonsense.
Oh god, Crater's Claws.
6 5-drop dragons.
Yeah.
My buddy won one of our Saturday tournaments for game day, just on the back of Crater's Claws constantly.
Yeah,
for
I'm
sure.
Put
Paulo out, and then he's got Polychronos, and no one answers it, and he's like, Crater's Claw for like 10, and they're like, I lose.
Pretty much.
I'm like,
Pretty
dude,
strong.
that's wrong.
I did when I was playing the Red Splash for Devotion, I did kill someone with it from like 19. Just by making a bunch of mana. Like, alright, close your face. Oh, yeah, alright. Moving on. So, it can do some stuff.
Yeah, Crater's Claws is really good. I like it in the Tamir build, actually, a lot,
yeah,
too.
I really like that Tamir deck, actually. I'm just, like, constantly playing against it, and I'm like, I hope they don't have Stubborn Denial, and then I just am like, is this really a sentence that I'm saying to myself?
Yeah. I mean, that's where my buddy's really on is Tamir. He's got the Savage Knuckleblade. He laid down 2 of them in a row, and he was playing one of my other friends who just should have handled it no problem. And he's like, I could not do a thing.
Yeah, the Kibler deck from LA seemed pretty solid.
Yeah. That was pretty awesome. So, let's talk about it. Do we want to talk about results first, or do we want to talk about
let's do
why
results
this person
first.
was in first place and why people are very angry about said first place person?
Let's talk about results.
All right. So results. Really, there was a lot going on, and I'm sure anyone that follows Aaron Campbell said the same thing I did. Wow, that's a lot of Absen in that list.
Yeah.
There's 4 in the top 8 of this list and 4 in the top 8 of GP LA, if I remember correctly. So that's a lot of Absen. Jessica, I took first. Kind of happy about that, but it wasn't. I don't know if it was a real first place.
It's pretty hard to count at this point. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mono Red got first place.
Yeah, I would say Mono Red Aggro took first place.
Actually, random charity of Star City Games Choosing got first place.
Yes.
I think they've given it to most of the time. They give it.
They
to
haven't given it to
Play.
anybody yet.
Most of the time when they have to do this, though, they give it to Child's Play. Is what I found out for.
Yeah, I mean, that seems like a good one.
Yeah. So I'm happy with that. So I would say Mono Red Aggro took first place, and then the Absen Mid took second. But there is a Jeskai Aggro right in the top 3, so I'd say fair enough. Still a very good deck. I do like Storm Breath in that deck a lot.
In the Jeskai deck?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's only one here.
Yeah. I'm a fan of 2, actually. I don't know why. I like big flyy things that can't be killed easily.
They're pretty strong. You got first Wingmake Rot, which is what I really like about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It puts Wingmake down pretty easily.
Mm-hmm.
Yet again, another green-black devotion list. This is that See the Unwritten list that you are playing, sir.
Yeah.
Draw lots of draw cards with Eidolon, and yeah.
Yeah, it looks like he's cut like a Hornet Queen.
You got a Nylea.
For Nylea?
Yeah, which is actually not a bad call.
I think Hornet Queen's much better.
Dude, 4 Hornet Queens is a lot.
Yeah, did I ever have trouble with them? Like, if the deck was working properly, I was never like, oh, this Hornet Queen, I can never cast it. It was, oh, sweet, I get to make this Hornet Queen now, and it's really good.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I just, like, I don't think Nelly is that great. She's fine. She's a good mana dump, but...
Well, she also gives everything trample.
Yeah, I don't know. Usually, if you have enough mana to actually care, or, like, if you're trying to attack for the win, you can kill them through other means. Like, you can get some Doomite Giants and make snakes with Baraka or something. I don't think the trample's that necessary. It's good. I'm not saying the card's not great. I just don't think cutting Hornet Queen is right.
I get that. What do you feel, Jadine?
I like Hornet Queen a lot. I would, if I was gonna start playing that deck, I would start with 4. I'd have to see from there, but the deck is sweet, or card is sweet.
Okay, so I'm outnumbered.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Finally.
Man, I'm gonna have to like find a new co-host again that will agree with me finally. Damn it.
Well, Nathan always agreed with me. He's just never here now.
No, he's not here. So I was always one out. So
Yeah.
another Absen mid range, really no biggie. I mean, it's basically Arilax's deck.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little different. He's. Oh no, he's not. Yeah,
no,
he's on
it's exact.
Oh yeah, this is the exact 75,
Yeah.
except for the sideboard.
Yep.
Nope, this is the exact 75, even the sideboard.
Yep. So
Wow.
and then that
All right.
smear mid range, which I'm actually kind of like oogling over, with like 2 Kioras, a Sarkin, a Chandra. Like, it's got a ton of walkers in it, but then it's got a ton of power too. You know, Kyrnos. I never thought of putting a Kyrnos in a Tamir build, but
Yeah. Not actually a huge fan of this card still, like for standard. Yeah.
It's card draw or 3 to the face or 3 to a creature.
Like turn 5, your opponent's playing a Stormbat Dragon, and you're playing this. Who's ahead?
I don't know. Maybe it actually turns on in this deck. I was trying to figure out if it does or not.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like, maybe I'm wrong.
I mean,
I've been wrong
Savage
before.
Knuckleblade adds 2 to it. Sarkin adds 2 to it. Chandra adds 2 to
Well,
it,
I mean, you
so-
don't care about turning them on that much. Like, you just want the effect.
Yeah, but it'd be cool to have a 6/5 indestructible.
That's true. I would like a 6/5 indestructible.
Who wouldn't?
It's certainly not bad.
Yeah. Would you
And-
take a 6/5 indestructible? Hmm.
Everyone would. So
Often.
other than that, happy to see the Ascendancy combos are falling off finally.
15th.
You know what? it's just not a deck I could ever see playing, because I've run into it many times online, and it's underwhelming to me. I don't know about you, JD, and I know you play a lot online too.
I have actually yet to see it online, surprisingly.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, we played against it a lot in testing for the Pro Tour. I mean, you can beat it, but they can definitely have good draws.
Yeah, they could have the main hand of what they want,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah. Yeah,
feel like-
it's
kind of a sketchy deck, but I mean, if you want to play a combo deck in standard, this is an option. Which
oh
is what
yeah,
I
and
like
it's certainly better than combo has been in standard and
for a
eons.
while. Yeah.
yeah, I was gonna say I'm trying to remember back when there was actually a good combo.
I don't know.
Yeah, I
It's
got nothing
longer
on
than
that
I've been
one.
playing.
I got nothing. It's been a long
Oh.
time.
Guess who's here?
Who's here?
Nah, man.
Is he?
He's just late.
Is he? Oh, now he's gonna throw everything off. He's gonna throw me off.
That's okay. We'll talk, and then you can fix it after you add him to the call.
He should be able to add himself to the call. He's in
Oh.
the group.
Join.
There
Alright.
he is.
Yeah, I think
Alright.
this deck's sweet. Like, I just like the fact that it exists. I don't want to play it. I did for like 2 minutes, and then I saw it play games, and then I didn't anymore.
All right, now, man, turn your cam on so I can
Hey,
do screen
what's
regioning.
going on, buddy? Can you hear me?
Is he alive?
His mic is off. We'll wait for him. Anyway, do you guys see anything else here in the? Okay, there's that green red monsters list.
Yeah.
We can talk about that quick.
Well, I'd actually like to talk about that a little bit more. Like Jadine said, that's a list that I've actually had my eye on.
Sure.
With Crater's Claws and 3 Sarkans, which is, yeah.
Like I said, he's running 6 dragons.
Yeah. I mean, is this a deck you definitely would consider playing, Jadine? Or
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I didn't like the monsters decks in the last format because they were just like didn't feel like they had a lot of play. I haven't like looked at this deck completely yet, but it seems like it's doing good things, and I keep losing to it, so I would consider it.
So what is it about this deck that you lose to? Like, what do you find is the toughest thing to deal with for the Jeskai deck?
It's hard to say. Like, they like play a Mystic, and you're super scared of the Mystic, so you kill that, and then you die to a Rabble Master a few turns down the road. Or they just have like the good answers to your things. They can't stumble on mana because they're only 2 colors. You can't fall far behind at all because you'll just get Crater's Clawed out. Like, just all their cards are doing exactly what they want to be doing, whereas we are a lot more diversified, and some of our cards just aren't very powerful.
So it's just the deck in general. It's not like specific cards that are really good.
No, not really.
Okay.
Doesn't feel like it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty good deck. I was messing with something like this at the beginning of Standard. I deemed that you needed Rabble Master, and I didn't have any, so I moved on.
That's fair.
Also, don't have any Sarkans. Those are helpful too.
he's pricey.
Yes.
Yeah, he's like $50. Rabble Master's 20. What's going on?
Yeah.
Since when is a red rare? Oh, Sarkon's only 40 now. Since when is a red rare $20? I don't understand what's happening.
That's pretty crazy.
Like, are you Goblin Guide? No. Stop being $20.
I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not gonna lie. I've got my playset, so I've actually got 2 playsets now. I've actually been able to get my hands on.
Should sell. They're gonna go down.
It's a thought.
Yeah, $20 is just high. I feel like a lot of stuff's gonna start going down. So, yeah.
You mean like
There's also,
Temple
like-
of Melody, which is just
Yeah, what the hell? Anyway, there's some Abzan aggro decks as well. They're pretty similar to the Pro Tour deck. Not a lot has changed here.
the Mike Seegers deck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the one that made 12th. It's got 4 Thoughtseize main deck, which is higher than usual. Usually I think they go with like 2. But other than that, there's not a huge amount of change here. There's like Nisses in the sideboard, which is kind of cool too.
Yep. All right, now I got everyone fixed again. Everyone is fixed. So welcome, Nan Man. Is he still got his mic off?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'll talk when he's ready.
Is he a lot? Is he like got, you know? Does his voice actually work or something? Or
Yeah. What do you... What? What does that even mean?
I mean, yeah, man. Come on, buddy. All right, whatever.
Moving on. Stop wasting time.
All right, so let's talk about the biggest elephant in the room, shall we say?
Yeah.
Has anyone watched the videos or the vines or whatever?
Yeah, there's like that GIF.
Yeah.
Where it's-
Of him.
I don't want to say painfully obvious, but I can't imagine a situation where that's not cheating. Like, looking at the back card, and then you see him move to the front, and then he looks at it again and flips it back. Like, you put it there on purpose, man. Come on. That's not good.
I mean, coming from my end, when I shuffle, and I mean, this was ingrained in me when I started. You look away. You look off into like the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And you just shuffle. And then you put it down. And then you can look back at your opponent. I mean, Jadine, you're in the same boat?
Yeah. I haven't actually watched any of the footage. People I trust are saying it's obviously cheating, so I haven't bothered, but don't.
Yeah, if
like,
anyone...
why?
Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you just shouldn't be looking at the deck. Like, you shouldn't be trying to... Yeah, just...
Yeah.
No.
If anyone wants to see the GIF, it's in the chat. I don't know, man. I have no defense for this guy. I'm pretty sure he's cheating. That said, it's really not up to me, so, you know.
Yeah, I mean...
Great,
I
Nana
simply-
messed with it all now.
I don't want him to get his money. Or the money.
Fortunately, we have, good investigative processes, and they're going to do some work, and I will probably trust whatever they decide was right.
I definitely will. It sucks that it had to be done on the main stage. And that he got the first place. And now there's people coming out like all over Reddit saying, "Hey, I played that guy," and it seemed kind of funky why I had to muddle,
Yeah, it's really unfortunate and ridiculous that apparently it's been going on for a long time with that guy, but,
The moral of the story is when you suspect your opponent, call a judge.
Yeah, call a judge. They're there to help. Just raise your hand. Judge. No biggie.
Yeah,
Tell them
I
what's
had
going
enough
on.
of them called on me. So
I'd call a judge on you. Just like on principle.
Dude,
I gotta...
at Syracuse, Genesis Hydra got me 4 judge calls.
Huh. Just people who didn't know that you, like if they countered it, you still got
You still got to search.
Well, that's a reasonable thing. That's not like, unless you did it and just didn't wait for them, in which case, you need to wait.
I'd cast it and say, Genesis Hydra?
Yeah.
And they'd be like, counter, and then I would say, okay, search. And they'd be like, no, you can't search. I'd be like,
Read the card.
okay. Then you have to hand them the card and say, read it. And then they'd be like, I'm calling a judge. And be like, okay.
Well, I mean, that's fine. You gotta do what you gotta do.
I got a game rule violation at the Pro Tour because I forgot to draw a card. It's pretty embarrassing.
That's kind of. Was it like during the draft portion, or was it during the?
No, it was during standard. I fired off an upkeep dig through time, took my 2 cards, and then just played them. Kind of forgot that I was in my upkeep and got a draw step.
Oh.
So I'm like, take 2 cards, Rabble Master, Judge. I forgot to draw for turn.
You get to do that even if you upkeep a dig through time.
Yes. You get to draw once every turn unless you are the first player going for the first time every turn.
That's true.
All right, so is Nayman coming back? Do we know?
I don't know. I think he said something messed up with his Skype, so.
All right, then let me bring back the originals.
Oh, man.
Oh, how I love him.
Yeah, he's offline.
He literally just got on, screwed his Skype off.
Mess with the Skype, then left. Yes. Oh, he's back on. Maybe he's coming back. Don't change anything yet. Let's just move on.
Oh, there he is. He's back.
Oh.
See, I knew right when you start to fix the cams, that's when I'd come back.
Yeah.
Can you guys actually hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Sorry
Excellent.
about that.
All right. I just had to re-enable all the screen regions again, so I'm happy now.
Cool.
All right. So we were just talking about good old Trevor Humphreys. The man that took... Everyone's like, wow, he took first place in Standard and Modern, and everyone's... After that was like...
As it turns out, when your opponent mulligans to 4 every game, it's not that hard. Well, it's still hard, but you know.
Makes it a little bit easier.
It's a little hard.
Yeah.
You have to know what the cards do and how to play Magic.
Mm-hmm. So have they officially made
No,
an announcement
they'll
about the
be a
ruling
while,
yet?
so.
Okay. Just wasn't sure if there was any update since last I saw.
There's a Reddit thread. It's probably going to take them a couple weeks, but
It'll take a while. Whatever they decide.
I
is
can't
cool.
imagine him getting money out of this.
No. All right.
Seems kinda
So
crazy.
that's that. Legacy. What happened in Legacy? Deathblade list took the first place. You played. I forget what you played, Jadine. Is it Deathblade?
I played Rug Delver.
Oh yeah,
in
you're
my,
playing Delver.
Yeah,
So.
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Are you-
Death-
But
Are you switching to just blue-red Delver?
I have no idea. I have to figure it out before New Jersey, but I don't know yet. But apparently Treasure Cruise is just throwing a big old monkey wrench in the middle of everything.
Oh my
Yep.
God! Twitter today was just. Patrick Sullivan was poking the bear today. Peace Cell was just like, I really like this. I really like. And there's like everyone's like, no Treasure Cruise.
You mean he really likes
Legacy."
it when things change in internal formats?
Yeah.
What a weirdo. He doesn't just want the same thing over and over again. God, this guy's dumb.
I can't wait to get him on the podcast. We're actually supposed to have him on in the next few weeks, probably.
That'd be cool.
And I'm gonna have it see how much he can poke the bear on there. So
Yeah.
why not?
Talking about this list, it's a true name deck. I'm sure everyone's angry about that.
Why? What's wrong with True Name?
I don't know. People don't like true name notices. The weird thing here is he's only playing one Liliana. I think these decks play like 3.
As far as I've ever seen in a Deathblade deck, generally there's 3.
I don't know though.
But
I don't know
if you
Deathblade
notice,
decks well
there's
at all.
Treasure Cruise
Yeah,
in the list. So
Yeah, everything's changed. Who knows?
Everything is different.
So Lily probably gets a lot worse when people have more cards in
Well-
hand.
yeah,
I think if you're playing Treasure Cruise, it's fine though, right? Because you're feeling your own as well.
Yeah, for sure. But
So if you're the Jund deck, Jund is so sad. Like, why
Jund.
can't we play Blue?
yeah, Jun's probably the big loser here.
Yeah.
that's what a lot of people are upset about. They're like, I built Jund, and we're like, aw,
Yeah.
sorry.
It's not gonna be good. Might also be a problem for modern Jund, which makes me sad.
Oh,
Might have to
yeah, because you
build
just started
up.
making Modern Jund, didn't you?
I think by you just started, you mean you're like 2 cards away.
Yeah,
There you go.
just
So-
about-
You just started almost finishing as well.
Yeah, I just started almost finishing one of the most expensive decks in modern to have it probably change, which is good. I'm happy about it.
all right, you got the expensive cards now. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, like Ghosts and Confidants, you can put in other decks, so I'm not that worried about it. And Lily's like, they're always going to be good.
You know what I'm happy to see? Elves. Elves in second place.
I think you're always happy to see elves. Doesn't matter if they're second place or 22nd. You're like, look, elves are up there, guys.
Man, there's an Elves. Okay, Elves is 2nd, 6th, 14th, and 16th.
Yep.
It's pretty good.
Like I say, it's I'm an Elves player. So is Ross Merriman. We've had him on. Elves is a solid list. It's forever going to be just a very solid list.
Yeah, I mean, it gets better and worse.
Yep.
I
But-
tried playing elves once. It didn't go well.
Oh, it's fun though. So interesting things with this Elves deck: 3 Birch Lore Rangers. That's a lot.
It
Usually
is.
it's like 1. So that's
One-
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 1 exactly.
Yep.
And what is that thing? It's
Yes.
gone.
What?
What's the one where you bounce forests? I don't remember what it's called.
Quarian Ranger?
Oh, never mind. Here it is. Yeah, there's 4.
Yeah, I was just saying.
It's like there's Korean Rangers. Where's the bounce of forest one? It's gone. No, it's right there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's fine.
yeah. Oh, good.
It's fine.
Standard 11 spells.
Yep. Natural orders, all that fun stuff.
Yeah, this is cool though. In the sideboard, there is a Gaddock Teague, which isn't always played in Elves. It's like a thing that you'll see somewhat often, but like it's not completely standard. The actual cool thing is Malira. I'm assuming this is because Infect is really popular.
Yep.
So you just tutor from Malira and then they're dead.
Yep.
Like they just can't beat you. So that's cool.
Stupid Valera.
Yeah,
Listen,
you must be
I
real
am so
sad.
sick of Infect. I am so sick of Infactor now. That's all I've run into because we have a legacy event coming up at the store.
Yeah.
So I've been playing my Elves deck and kind of jamming it, and I've actually had to put a Malira in the sideboard because of that. Everyone's building
really
like
good.
the budget, whatever.
The mono green infect
Yeah.
deck? Yeah. Or it's just like a bunch of 1/1s and then you play the cheap pump spells.
Yep.
It's pretty funny. Yeah, this seems really good. Like, you're sitting there, you're like, oh, I have 3 guys out. All right, natural order. Like, oh, go ahead. I'll race a Crater Huff, and you get a Malira, and they're just dead. Suck it. So I like that a lot. This is a pretty cool deck. Or pretty cool sideboard, at least.
Yep. And then burn. Burn's always a thing, so.
This other Elves deck also has Malira.
Yep.
We're seeing a pattern.
It's a needed one.
Guess I'm just glad that I'm not playing Legacy then. All this Malira.
Yeah, everyone was asking if I was going down to New Jersey. I'm not this time. I know you said you're going, Jadine, for sure. So.
Oh yeah.
I'll be missing out on it
how
too.
that works out.
It should be really good. I guess they said they're over 2,000 already pre-registered.
It's a lot. Yeah.
It's definitely gonna be a lot.
Give me some of those brainstorm sleeves. They look really cool. I'll pay for shipping. Don't worry about it.
Jadine's just say no. He's from Canada. It's
Canada.
Shipping?
Pass.
yeah.
Even throw you $5. There you go.
Whoa.
Now you're tempted.
I somehow have a feeling I'm gonna be able to do far better.
Yeah.
No sleeves.
No. I don't think so. Yeah. If you go and you can buy some, I would do it. Anyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. No, I'm looking forward to it. A little bit on the modern list. What was in there? Oh, Kiki Pod. Oh yeah, I forgot he ran Kiki Pod.
Yeah.
But we had
Well,
Zoo in there. That was the big
Zoo?
Zoo actually made an appearance in the top 8. 2
Okay.
Zoo decks. Naya Zoo.
I haven't actually looked at these decks at all. There's no Jeskai ascendancy, so looks like the fear is not real. This deck is not good enough. Hey, I don't know. It seems like it had a lot of cards that would hate it out.
Well,
I guess
I
maybe
mean,
something
look
along
at
the line.
Affinity. Where's Affinity ever anymore?
Yeah, I guess Affinity's kind of went away. Yay!
Stop. That was my list.
Yeah, well, I told you this was going to happen.
I know.
Actually, the top combo deck is an Amulet deck.
Yep.
Whoa, that's not usual. Oh no, there's a twin deck right here. It's labeled as Teamir Twin though.
Well, they want us to use those proper,
And there's
Yeah.
also a Storm deck in there too on 13th.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
But a cool deck that got 6 was a Smallpox deck.
Yeah.
see that?
That's a Nanman deck right there.
I actually am almost finished making my 8-rack deck. It's gonna be awesome.
Yeah, you dropped your $200 and some on Lilies, right?
Mm-hmm.
Join the club.
Did.
These cards are too expensive.
They are.
This deck-
I cried a
ooh.
little bit.
So one cool thing here is Waste Not.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this
3
is
of.
good. Yeah, he's got 3 main decks, so it's kind of cool. Foils are still 20 for some reason.
It's because of
The modern
Commander.
Pox deck.
yeah, Modern and basically Commander. Everyone loves foils in Commander.
I think it's because it's the community card and people just want foils of it.
Yeah.
I'm relatively certain there's no actual basis for it being $20 other than that. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's
That's
move to GPLA
Sure.
because there was a lot going on there.
Mm-hmm.
It was big and awesome, and yeah,
It was both of those things.
it was.
So I hear.
I actually could say on Saturday though I did watch SCG's coverage for Standard. So
You watched SCG over LA.
yeah, I did.
Wow.
You're part
This
of the
guy.
problem.
I like Cedric and Peacell better. I'm sorry, they just
Yeah, but
You'd
you
rather-
also it's like the competition level though.
Yeah. Also,
I could make a. Yeah, it's like I could also
I'd
make
rather listen to him.
some StarCraft relation to pro level play and stuff, but I think it would go way over Pat's head right now since he's completely out of esports.
No worries. I'll get it. And that's all I
Yeah.
get.
Jadine, you're out of esports too. You're on my side, right?
More or less, yeah.
Excellent.
Weak.
All right, so first place was a Daniel Sheed, and
Yeah,
he
what was
was
he
playing Greenwood Monsters.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Ooh, he's got an Ash Cloud Phoenix main board. Kind of
Yeah.
like that.
One main board, one side.
He's running 4 dragons and 2 Sarkhans, so also 6 dragons, essentially. I think the main difference here is like a Hornet Queen, which is sweet, and the Ash Cloud Phoenix. Cut like Polychronos for it, and a bunch of. He cut the Stokes. He's got enough Stokes in this deck.
No, he's
Just
got,
more of like a ramp version.
wow,
Yeah.
that's a heavy ramp too.
Yeah.
10 ramp cards.
13 if you count Xenagos,
That's
yeah, I
true.
guess so.
which you should because that's like a reasonable ability now. You don't just
Yeah.
make tutus all day long.
Nykthos in the sideboard though.
I mean, he's got one main.
Yeah, one in the main, one in the
yeah.
board.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's kind of I've never seen it done that way.
Yeah. Is Nykthos the new Mutavault? No.
No.
But it would be cool if it was. I also like the Genesis Hydras here. That's pretty sweet. 2 on the side.
Yeah, and 2 in the main.
And 2 in the main, yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2 in the
So
main.
he's high on the Hydra.
Yeah, he's definitely transitioning to more of a devotion deck, more of the hybrid. I mean, the deck is already just like a hybrid, but
It is, and then
goes.
just dump in the Nykthos and he can go devotion straight out.
Yeah,
I like
Pretty
it.
cool.
I kind of really like this deck. I wish I kind of watched it play. I didn't get to see Sunday's coverage.
Yeah, you watched some other guy win.
No, I did not watch some other guy win. I was busy on Sunday.
Oh, fair enough. So that's pretty cool. Second place was a mono red deck, which people shouldn't call boss slide because it's not what this is. People just started calling mono red boss slide, and it's confusing me.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah,
have
this
nothing
is just
against
mono
Star
red.
Wars. I think his deck was sweet because he played mono red when no one else was playing mono red.
Mm-hmm.
But this is a new deck.
Holy one drops, Batman.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
a lot. I love me some. What's that? Monastery Swift beer.
Oh yeah. Everybody's all about that.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter what format you're playing. They're like, yes, I want all of them now.
It's
Want 4.
it's a good card.
Yeah,
This looks solid.
just glad it's not a rare. That would be unfortunate.
Yeah.
Because A, then we'd have a low power card taking up our very slot for our drafts. And B, it'd be worth more money.
Nah, it's good enough. I don't run into a lot of mono red, honestly.
Not
Online.
yet. You haven't.
Yeah, not yet.
I played
Yeah.
it 3 or 4 times online.
Yeah.
It's once in a great while. I'm running into like my biggest run into is anything Abzan. Basically, it's just Abzan.
Well, that was big after the last event, but now that Mono Red was doing so well this weekend, because there was a couple that made top 8 with the Mono Red style that I'm sure you're going to start seeing
Yeah.
it a lot more now.
A lot of, like, the SCG had a couple,
Yeah.
and then this as well had a few. 2, I think,
Yeah,
made
it
the top
had
8.
2. Eric,
Yeah, it had 2.
Eric Pie.
Is this the guy who... So, one of the Mono Red players played Brian Kibler for top 8 and beat him, so I have to hate him. I don't know who it was, though.
Do we
so.
need to get you a Kibler, Matt?
Yeah, sure. Do it.
Do you
I'll
want
use
me
it.
to, you want
Yeah.
me to sign it for you?
Yeah, I'd love him to sign it. That'd be great. And then I'll play it like flipped, so that my opponent see it right side up. No one can look away from that.
Like it.
Oh boy. No, the
In all
deck.
honesty,
The deck
You
out
can
of
come
the
up with a better
weekend.
one.
The deck out of the weekend for me that kind of made me want to play a new deck was Brad Nelson's Mardu list.
Right, he top 8'd too.
Yeah.
The like the tokeny one?
Yeah, it was kind of like it was Hordling Outburst with Crackling Doom and
Basically,
Yeah.
you, with the Butcher and
Butcher
stuff
Master.
like that.
Yeah.
So you sit there, tokens. All right, now I can
yeah,
just
but he had
have
three,
my guy gobble them up.
remember, he had 3 Wing Rocks in there too, and that's why I kind of dug it. Like I'm like, wow. All right, so we got Sarkin, Sorin, Butcher, and Windmate Rock. I'm like, this is pretty solid.
You should have more murderous cuts.
For the record, his updated build on Star City cut the Wingmate Rocks.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Aww.
Murderous cuts, right?
He has 1 murderous cut still, or
I feel like so a lot of these black decks that want to have some kind of removal. I guess here, like he really likes Lightning Strike because you can burn people's face. Crackling Doom also does damage to your opponent, so I can understand that. But looking at the cards he's playing, Hordling Outburst puts cards in your graveyard. You have a lot of little dudes that are gonna die. Like Sorin dies a lot of the time because you just -2 him twice.
Yeah.
So I feel like you can take advantage of more than one. And I mean, 1 mana kill target thing is really good. So
I'm looking at his updated list now.
yeah, I mean, maybe this isn't the deck for more, but I just think in general people should be
and
playing.
it also
more.
has Chain to the Rocks as 1 mana kill target thing, which is good.
Yep.
But yeah,
I
Murderous
love
Cut
Chain
is
of
sweet.
Rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so underused too. That and like anger is just underused too. You know.
Yeah,
Well, Anger's
going up.
gonna start popping up a lot more
Sorry.
after.
Well, if Mono Red
Seeing all
becomes
the
a
decks,
thing, I will be loading my sideboard with an anger or 2.
Yeah,
Just
Should
wipe
already.
them out. I have
it's just
one.
a card they can't answer.
I have 1 right now.
Yeah.
In my Just Guy sideboard, I have 1. Probably
Okay.
need the 2.
I like McLaren's list, like 2 main, 2 side.
Well, McLaren plays. He plays a lot of control, brother.
He was tempo-y. Like he wasn't an aggro deck. It's just playing like good cards and then the tempo cards and like burn. So I really liked his deck actually.
So, Jadine, any decks this weekend that popped out at you at the GP?
Not really. I mean, Brad's deck looks fine. I'm happy that Mono Red is finally doing things. And the Monsters deck is sweet, but everything we've talked about already, really.
Okay. Just wanted to check in, make sure. Yeah.
Oh, I really like the Teamer deck that almost made it, but
That's Kibler's deck, right?
yeah, Kibler's deck.
Did he
I thought that
post
was
it somewhere, or did he?
Yeah, he has it on his blog or whatever.
Okay.
It's also, I think it's a deck tech in the coverage somewhere.
What's you were talking about it earlier, I think before the broadcast a bit. The blue instant, it's like Force Spike for
A Stubborn Denial.
non-creature? Yeah.
Yeah.
He so in the last round, his opponent tapped out. He had 4 lands. And he went to Stoke the Flames. He tapped all the lands and got him a Stubborn Denial. Tap a creature if you don't need it when you're casting Stubborn Denial. The player on
Yes.
that card.
Assuming he doesn't have Ferocious, which,
Yeah, he didn't at
Yeah.
the time.
get
Yeah.
wrecked.
Yeah,
the
pretty much. It was pretty hilarious. And that was game 2, and Kibler ended up winning the game because of that.
That's awesome.
So yeah, definitely play around that card in the Teamer deck. I don't think it
Yeah.
really goes anywhere else, but it's pretty sweet there.
I have not seen it anywhere else yet.
Yeah.
All right, I'm looking up his deck list right now.
It's
I-
pretty
I
sweet.
I linked it in the
Yeah.
Skype. Yeah.
Wow, he was super aggro. 4 Boon
Oh, yeah.
Sitters.
For Air of the Wilds,
Yeah.
however you pronounce that, that card is surprise constructed playable.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow.
Uh,
1 Sarkin. That's all he wanted.
Yeah.
I love this. It's been a while. Now that there are no more life bane zombies, I can actually win. Yeah, that card's pretty good.
What was in his sideboard? Stubborn the Hunter. Wow. Magma Spray,
Sirach.
Sirach, Storm Breath, Stroke, and another Sarkin.
People
Wow.
getting strokes around here. The staple
Hunt the
strokes
Hunter
actually-
seems insane for him in the Abzan matchup, like
Yeah.
Savage
Oh, yeah.
Knuckleblade v Rhino.
Mm.
Oh yeah, that's I looked at that. I'm like, wait, Hunt the Hunter. And all of a sudden I'm like, wait, Siege Rhino just gonna get eaten.
For devotion decks. It's gonna be pretty good deck too.
Yeah, and like there's tons of ways to eat Courser or whatever. Like that card is valid. Man, maybe I have to play this next.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. I'm like, I have all this online. I could build this right now.
Yeah. A friend of mine got second at the FNM with a deck really similar. He was playing Temur Ascendancies. That card's terrifying. I
Interesting.
did not expect it to be so scary. It was. He just plays it on turn 3. Like, you have to take a turn off, or even on turn 4 or something. And then the rest of your threats just draw you a card and they have haste. Yeah.
Wow. This
That's
might
hard
be
to
a
beat.
deck I start tinkering with.
It's pretty sweet.
Yeah. I'm kind of sold on it.
Mhm.
Because I really like Savage Knuckleblade as a card.
Yeah.
Like, it's
I
just...
think it's sweet.
There's too much on it not to be a decent card.
It's got
And
3 abilities.
Yeah, and in Standard, I mean, the ability to give it haste, pretty awesome. The ability for it to dodge removal, excellent. And the ability for it to pump to a 6/6 to kill something stupid.
Yeah.
I just wish it had flash. Oh, Sarah, what do? You give everything flash, huh?
So, I mean, that's kind of stupid. And, I mean, if you get, like, thing
Oh, no, he
turn
doesn't.
3
Come on.
Knuckleblade, I mean, technically then you could turn 4 a Boonsater on top of that, and then that thing is just disgusting at this point.
Yeah. Do you need to do that? Is that
Just
even
saying.
necessary? Or do you just
Boonsater-
play it on turn
Boonsater
3 and then
Ash
play an Ash
Cloud
Cloud Phoenix?
How about that?
What's that?
Boonsater and Ash Cloud Phoenix, enjoy.
Yeah. I mean, whatever. Boonsater as a 2/4 or 4/2.
Yeah.
It's still good.
I'm kind of really digging this list. Like, I feel like I need to tinker with this. I heard he was doing really well, and I saw him tweeting like he was just rocking it out. I did not realize this. Wow.
He does have the most odd-named land I've ever seen in his deck. Frontier Bivouac. Does anyone know what a bivouac is?
No, but it's the Tri-Land.
Yeah. I don't know what
All
it is.
matters.
Just- What the hell is a bivouac?
I have no idea. I think it's like a capsule medical thing. I don't know. I'm
I have
out.
to actually look now.
All right, you go look.
I do like the artwork on it, though.
Yeah, it looks pretty sweet. Living on a dragon's head.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon skull.
I'm definitely. I like what he says though. There's no life vein zombie.
A military encampment made with tents or improvised shelters, usually without shelter or protection from enemy fire.
Well, there we go.
There you go.
Well, they-
Dragon Skull. Perfect.
Yeah, dragon skull, perfect bivouac.
Yep,
Such a strange word.
Yeah,
it works for me.
Mm-hmm.
it's kind of cool though.
I'm playing this deck. I've decided. It's
All right.
built.
that
Get
was
built.
It's okay. I've already picked my new standard deck, so
What is it?
you should just take a guess. What of all the decks I've been playing modern, and I was playing that affinity deck, which is a lot of fun still. But I decided
Oh,
I wanted to play some combo
okay.
in standard, so
Yeah, that's
I'm
fair.
that guy. I'm that
I think
guy.
that deck's cool. It's
I like
a
it.
it's
It's
a
fun.
incredible
That.
combo deck.
Why would I do it? Because I love combos. That's why.
Well, you played Maze's End back in the last standard,
Exactly.
so I can't
like,
say anything.
I want something a little bit quicker now, and now I can just be like, I'm just gonna play myself here. Yeah, tap all my stuff, draw all the cards, and plus I can mill everybody with it too. So it's just like
Oh,
it calls to me.
boy.
Yeah, you can. You can
Oh,
play that as
boy.
the wing tone, yeah.
I do.
Here you go, man.
Am I
Got it
the
in
only
there.
one that just...
Done.
Yeah, man.
No, this is fine. This is an acceptable thing. Why do you not like combo deck?
It's standard. There should be no standard combo decks anymore.
What? Come on.
It's not an abusive combo deck. It's playable.
It's not. Yeah, it's not like modern. Come on.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Yeah, that modern deck didn't even like make top 16.
All right, GP Mini. Is anyone going? I don't... Well, no.
You know, that's
It's
Yeah.
open.
So... I didn't think you were going, Jadine, because you wouldn't be here tonight if you were.
You are correct.
Yeah.
And if I was going, I'd be hitting the 50k in Indy, which would be closer and higher value.
There's a 50k down in Indy?
Yeah, the TCG player 50k.
Oh, yeah, I saw Melissa Del Toro posted. That's where she was off to, right?
Yeah.
Read about it.
So, yeah, I saw that one. So I know we have a few people we know going, Aaron Campbell and all that. So hopefully yeah, she was on the show last week, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I didn't know she was gone.
Yeah, she's gone. She was prepping for it. She borrowed some cards
There we
from
go.
me, prepped for it. So
It's standard, right?
it's SCG, so standard, legacy, modern. So
Oh, this isn't the Grand Prix.
yeah, no.
'Cause there's also
yeah,
a Grand
it's
Prix in
open.
Stockholm.
Grand Prix.
There is a Grand Prix in Stockholm.
So
That's standard.
are they streaming it though? I didn't see if there was on the stream list.
I imagine the EU team will be,
Yeah,
but I don't know. Maybe not. They
I don't know.
should. There's like no reason not to.
No, there isn't.
I'm just happy that there's another GP close to me this year.
When's that?
Baltimore. It's going to be a sealed event.
Oh,
Ooh, nice.
Beginning of December. So
okay.
it's still a little bit ways away, but
More.
like hour and a half.
Oh, that's not bad.
No.
So Jadine, where are you continuing your grind at?
I think I'm taking this weekend off, mostly. I'm definitely not doing anything Saturday. I might be driving 4 hours for a PTQ on Sunday, but that sounds miserable. I haven't decided.
Sounds
Go long
miserable.
ways.
4 hours isn't that bad though.
For a PTQ?
sure.
Yeah,
For-
I
for
guess for a
one
PDQ, that's
event.
yeah.
Day event.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
I would do like 4 hours for like anything else, but PTQs are so bad.
And then of course we know you
You
got
have
New
to
Jersey
get
next
first.
week.
It's just not worth going because you just get Pax's prize.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Joke.
It's win or be miserable.
Yeah.
And I have yet to win a PTQ, so there's been a lot of misery.
It's win, or you can buy a $40 box. Good job.
Oh man. So yeah, we got Minneapolis, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. See what pops out. I'm kind of hoping. My gut is this format's pretty slow, and we haven't seen all the decks being built yet that could be built. I definitely feel like you could still see a actual control deck make an appearance.
I mean, there was that blue-black deck from
Yeah.
the...
Ivan Flock's
Sure.
deck.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't seen much of that. I think there's a reason. Like, doesn't
I
seem
don't-
that great.
See, I don't think blue black is a good shell for it. I think Esper is the better shell. Greg Orange was trying that out, so
Yeah, I thought that deck looked interesting. Nan and I talked about it last week. We thought maybe Esper was the way to go as well.
unfortunately, the mana is a little wonky.
It's actually not bad. So, you get to play a lot on tap lands because you're playing fetches instead of the tri lands. So you take little damage, but you also just have more basics in your deck. So that's not too bad. And then the temples are still in, and like if you absolutely need to, you can play like the tap gain a life land. You don't want to play those, obviously, but I mean, I was playing a Jund deck. The mana seemed fine. Didn't
It's
have any
not the.
problems.
I mean, it's not the worst because you do have flooded strands and polluted. So
Yeah, you could just run like 6 fetches, have a decent amount of the temples, and then the rest basics. It's not great, but it's not
I
too.
feel like that deck, if anything for control, could be that. That's where it is. Like that shell of like Esper, is it? That or
Yeah.
Jeskai. I feel like I could still. I'm still been tinkering
Sure.
with Jeskai control.
I could see that as well. Like it has the main draw. I think is what's that card called? Dig Through Time. Yeah,
Yes.
you can play
Dig Through
that.
It's a good card.
It is a blue deck, and then you can play Anger to get you
Yep.
to the mid to late game, and then you have End Hostilities
Yep.
to get rid of the really big threats. It's just, I think the Abzan deck is going to be really good against it. It's because if you're relying on Anger, hits someone carried an Elvish Mystic, it's not good enough. And then the end game, they really only need to play like one threat. Seedron is going to kill you, so I don't know.
Quite true.
It could be tough. Yeah, fast.
I will make it happen. I'm still working on that. So.
Oh yeah, I want to see it too. I'm just saying this is a problem the deck might run into.
Oh
and
no,
something
I
you should look
completely
in.
agree.
Yeah.
That's why the Stateful Stroke's so good.
Mm-hmm. Surprisingly good.
Really good. Oh, Siege Rhino. Tap 2. It had a stroke. It went to the bin. Sorry.
Yep. Seedron had to go to the doctor.
He had a stroke. He had to go to the doctor.
It's a really good card. I didn't see it at all. Like when we went over, I'm like, yeah, okay, this is stupid. Maybe you sideboard it in limited to deal with your opponent's bomb.
Oh, it's so good.
Then I realized it's a cheap counterspell that gets a lot of the things you really care about. So
Yeah, Disdainful Stroke is surprisingly excellent.
yeah, it's really good. If you are playing blue, it should at least be in your sideboard. I think it probably should just be in your sideboard because there's a lot of decks that will be like, "Ha, you're playing that. Okay, Rebel Master," and then you start crying. But you know,
Yeah.
past
that's
that, it's
fair.
pretty good.
So you know what's fun, guys? Jadine will join us when she's not on the road. So next week we will not see her because
You're on the road
we'll
for
be
what?
cheering her on for a little legacy in New Jersey.
Oh, okay, is that next weekend?
Not quite.
Like the weekend after next?
Something like that. I'm not too good with dates.
I think it's next weekend, isn't it? Oh no, it's 2 weekends. Sorry, 2 weekends.
Okay.
Yep, because we have a thing at the store prior for Ottawa.
Yeah. I guess another upcoming event is game day. If you're like me, and your store delayed it.
Why did
So-
your store delay it?
We had this like anime festival here, and they were running it. So like, all right, game day is a week later again. So I get to do that this weekend. I'm pretty happy
That
about
works.
it. Yeah, I get to play game day in Edmonton. Oh yeah, I played game day. I forgot.
I missed out.
I didn't top 8, so I didn't get any shiny promos.
Oh.
But it was fun. I played the green black deck. I was like 10th or something.
I got my shiny promo. That's all I cared about.
Yeah. Well, you didn't play it, right? You just like did the event. You said you didn't get to play.
No, that event I actually got to play.
Oh, okay.
I played game day.
Yeah.
So-
I think I'm just gonna play green black again.
I'm
fun.
gonna
Shocking.
play Kibler's List.
Yeah,
and
I think
make
I
my
would
own
play
tweaks on that.
the cards. Anyway, yeah,
Pretty exciting.
it is exciting. Thank you.
I agree. I was being sincere.
She was.
I
We're
know.
not used to that
I
on
mean-
this show. That's the problem.
Yeah, generally we just make fun of Brandon cheating. So
Yeah, it's true. God.
it's a constant. Brandon is like our scapegoat for everything.
And Russ Merriam just jumped right on that bandwagon.
He
Like
did. It was pretty hilarious. I'm not gonna lie.
that guy. He's only allowed back whenever he wants. He was really fun.
Yeah, he was. But I mean, it was pretty hilarious. And he already said we will get Reed Duke on the show just to make fun of you.
It would A, be the funniest thing in ever. B, I would be so sad. So the joke is he's gonna get Reed Duke to come on. And everybody says that he's so nice and everything. He's gonna make Reed Duke make fun of me the entire show.
Because Brandon has a little bit of a man crush on
It
Reed
was
Duke.
destroy me. Oh yeah, who doesn't like Reed? I know, Spike, you bastard. Are you here? He's not here today. That guy. He's always like, no, Tom Ross is better. No, he's. No. I mean, he might. I don't know. I just like Reed.
So, yes, that's how we do it here, Jadine. We just, if anything goes wrong, it's Brandon's fault.
All right, that's
Oh.
pretty easy.
It's actually Pat's fault, but he blames me.
I do, because I'm the host, so I get certain abilities just to sweep blame away.
Yeah,
Right.
it's tough. Man hasn't been here, and no one's here to back me up.
It's true. I guess I'm always AFK.
Yeah.
Except for last week, Pat. You missed out because you weren't here.
I was,
Yeah.
I was at work and I wasn't feeling 100%. They had me work like a 13-hour shift that day,
Ugh.
Mm,
so.
that's too
That's
bad.
pretty bad.
So that was
Yeah. I mean, it's not bad. Like when you work Saturdays, and I bring my iPad, and I can watch like all the GP coverage or whatever
Oh,
going on.
Sure.
That's kind of nice. Like you sit there and you're not really doing anything. You're like, oh, what's going on in Magic this today? I have 13 hours of Magic now. Thank you. My life is now complete.
You know what else is on iPad / Android now?
Stone.
What?
Ascension.
Oh.
At school, I haven't even paid attention. Like the last day, I just played Ascension all day long. It was fun, but it wasn't good.
I wish Magic Online was. Honestly, I wish my Magic Online account was on my iPad so I could just.
play
I
Magic.
mean, if we're gonna talk about a Moto wish list, I think that's pretty low on the list.
Oh, yeah. How about
Alright.
a client that works?
Sure,
Did you
that's
see-
priority one.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
think
see
that's
that
good.
there was a whole bunch of threads about people being like, "Don't play Magic Online on Mondays" or whatever, and stuff like that?
Just don't play at all, and then they'll be forced to change it.
See, that's what I did.
I have done this thing. It's called I only play for the verses. Yeah,
I don't even play for the verses.
it's true. You
It's
should
true.
sometime.
I should.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have access. I mean, thank you to our sponsor. I mean, anyone on the show has access to said cards. So
Amazing cards, yeah.
Cards. Anyway, do you want to move on?
I mean, I guess we have to move on. I mean, we do.
Yeah.
You know,
We got some news here.
we
Let's talk-
did. F&M promos got updated.
talk about these.
I'm kind of. I'm not super excited. Like mine already came out. My Bio Blades and my Banishing Lights. But Brain
Yeah.
Maggot is pretty awesome looking.
I
I'm not gonna
love
lie.
It's so
this
gross.
artwork. Yeah, that's what's awesome about it.
What? Why? Who drew this? Someone was paid to draw this, and they deserve their money. But how do they do it?
Can we take a bet though on December's how much money that promo is gonna cost?
The Stoke?
Yeah.
No. Because you're gonna choose higher than whatever, and I'm gonna lose. I'm already up a bet here, man.
I mean,
Jason's not $200 by the end of December.
no, it's not. So I made a stupid call on that one.
Yeah. Don't.
But that's okay. Stoke the Flames, yeah. It's a $5 uncommon right now.
Just
And
crazy.
now they're adding new art.
Well, I think the price is gonna go down, right? It's more will be out, and the reason it's so much is just because nobody opened M15. Well, not nobody, but we didn't open very much.
It's not like cons, which I don't know about you guys, but my store, literally, it's like a box a day now, if not more.
Yes, it's going quick.
It goes fast, yeah. That's good. Like that's good. I think the set's really cool. Fetches are nice. There's a lot of good mythics. A lot of the rares are kind of shitty, but you know, whatever.
Oh, fetches are rare, so you're happy
Yeah,
when you
just
see 'em.
Yeah.
My buddy ripped the golden goose. He got his foil delta.
Yeah, a friend of mine ripped foil foothills delta in a pack. I was like, oh my god.
I got
That's
the foothills windswept. I got a foil with foothills.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was pretty happy with
I've
that.
opened 2 Bloodstained Mars and that's it. And there were these. Okay, so I guess I'll tell the story real quick. So I won that event, but I had to leave early. So I got a friend of mine to pick up the packs, and I was gonna go play Conspiracy the next day. So I'm like, oh yeah, give me 3 Conspiracy packs and 3 cons. What he did is he just bought 3 Conspiracy packs and then traded. The 3 of the packs that were in the file that I won had a foil Murderous Cut, Sorin, and Dig Through Time, and mine were all bulk rares. But they were the ones that were all meant for me. And then the cons card, the Conspiracy packs were $1 as well. I was so sad. That was the worst. So the moral of the story is don't give your packs away because you never know when there's going to be 3 sweet cards in them, and you're going to get nothing.
Fair. All right, guys. I gotta go. Good talking to you.
Hey,
Thanks
I'll
for coming on
be
the show.
around. Oh, see ya. Thanks.
all right.
Anyway, yes, we move on to the new top 25.
Is there a new? Did they actually change?
Yeah, I think they did. There was a Grand Prix, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Jacob Wilson went up. He's Canadian. It's worth mentioning.
I'm just happy about the Canadians.
Yeah.
Me? Who's not happy about the Canadians? That's the question. Dude, Canada's good right now. Sean McLaren?
They're pretty good, yeah.
Alexander
I'm not gonna
Hayne?
lie. They're pretty decent. I mean, there's still no U.S., but they're pretty decent.
Well, yeah, okay. Actually,
Yeah,
per
okay.
capita, I think Canada does better.
I don't know. Let's look through our top 25.
Okay.
Okay? How many
Sure.
Canadians we got?
1, 2, 3. Only 3.
Okay. How many U.S. players we got?
There's a lot. There's probably
Yep.
about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13.
So,
solid.
how many people live in the States?
Couple. Just a few.
Okay, well, there's 32 million in Canada. I think that's about the size of.
Yeah, I guess we do have a larger player base
Yeah.
than you guys do, but still.
That's why I said per capita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think it's much better. I think where you want to be is like, well, yeah, the States probably. They have really-
Yeah, but overall, there's no real major changes to the top 25. It's
No.
just a couple slights here and there, people shifting up and down. But if you go through it and look, like, our top 12 didn't change at all.
Yeah. Well, like I
So-
said, the Canadian guy went up. That's all it's worth mentioning.
Ben
Actually,
Stark.
it's-
Ben
Everything
Stark
else
went
is
up.
like somebody moved by one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess the last thing is new Duels of the Planeswalkers expansion. I guess in this one you play as Garrick
Yep.
and
then
you
the
let people
biggie-
down.
Then the other big news is Commander is next week. The release. So,
Isn't it November 7th?
I think it's November 7th.
So 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah,
sorry.
it's like so. Yeah, it's like that's not next week.
Yeah.
So,
I guess we can talk about that. Is there any specific cards you guys really want to see
I
reprinted?
haven't seen anything really come out about it. They've been really hush hush about this one.
Yeah, it's 2 weeks away. I feel like they're gonna release the list tonight.
Per
So
normal.
yeah, right after we're done, they'll release it. Because obviously they watch the show, and then at the end they're like, "All right, they're done. Do it."
Make it happen.
Yeah. So, like, do you guys want to talk about the cards that might be in there? Something you'd like to see? Because we have time. Like, we're only an hour in.
I mean, I don't.
I want to see Force of Will.
I don't know what they're gonna.
Oh,
do.
that would be so good.
And, like, it's totally doable.
That would be so good.
It's
I
like,
don't think they'd ever do that.
why?
Why not?
Yeah. If they want to
'Cause
make C
That
accessible,
that is the
And that's
perfect way to do it. I
I
mean-
guess it gets it into Legacy then.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah.
It's
that's what I mean. I just want to see, like, or Force Mill or Legacy be more, more easier to get into, if I can say it that way. And, like, then it doesn't affect Standard, because I know a lot of people will be like, "Oh my God, Force Will and Standard is so good," and then it, like, I don't know if it would be good or not, but people would freak out.
Yeah.
So this way they can't freak out. It's like, okay, Force Will just got cheaper. That's it.
Yeah.
So something like that would be cool. Maybe like True Name Nemesis.
Yeah.
I have sold all mine.
I still have mine.
I got rid of mine a while ago, actually. They were like 30.
Yeah.
Oh, so
Started
you
to
made
go
up
down.
soon,
I'm like, oh,
actually.
time to jump ship.
Yeah, I think they're only like 15 or something now.
Now they're 25
Yeah.
right now.
20, 25? Yeah. Not a lot. I actually just checked. I think they're 20. I like looked at it during the show. Yeah, 20. 1990.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. I think that's a very feasible reprint. If they don't get reprinted, then maybe it's time to buy, because $20 seems like the basement.
Mhm.
And if the card starts getting played more in Legacy, it's going to go back up. So,
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a thought. Anything
It all
else?
depends. I mean, Legacy is just. It's going to be changing so much, guys. I mean, that's. A lot of people
That's-
are, like I say, that was a big talk today on Twitter. You know, with Treasure Cruise being out there.
That's so good.
And that's what's so cool too is seeing like the cons cards actually having an effect on
Mm-hmm.
the extended formats.
And
not just
the
with,
good ones.
yeah, and not just like Treasure Cruise and stuff like that, but even like the Swift Spear and stuff, and you
Mhm.
know, just cool. I'm liking it.
I'm all about it. I mean, it's definitely. It's nice to see a change. You know?
Mm-hmm.
It definitely is. Like I said, there's just so many people that are sadly upset. You know?
Yeah, I think the mentality of a lot of Eternal players is like, oh, I can get one deck and never change it ever, no matter what.
Mm-hmm.
And then this happens.
Well,
and
that's
they
one
have to
thing
change.
about Eternal. That's, I mean, you build what you own. Straight
Yeah.
up, generally.
Or you buy Tarmogoyfs.
Yep.
and shoot yourself because they're $200 each.
God. Ugh. It's just so painful.
Yeah. Knowing that I have like $2,000 sitting in a box is just so hard. It's like, what if I actually just had $2,000 in my hand? What would that be like? Students don't know. So, yeah, I guess... So I see both sides of the argument.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying. I definitely do. I mean, that right here, there's a Goif right here in my hand. So.
Okay.
It's cool. Rub it in.
No, I actually am selling that one. So.
That's your friends. No, but I mean, like, I get people don't want to have to change their decks because they've invested in one deck, but I think a format, like, it's not going to invalidate every deck. You know, Jund is still Jund. It's still going to be good. You know, it's not like you buy a deck and just never get to play it again. It might not be as good, which is fine, because you know what? There's a whole lot of decks in Modern that aren't top tier, but are still playable, you know?
And still a lot of fun to play.
Yeah. I don't think this is a huge problem. It doesn't... If there was a card that invalidated every card in the format, or like 3 or 4 really, really, really popular and expensive cards, then I'd have a problem with it. It's not, though. You know, especially a lot of decks like, oh man, this is just the best draw spell now. Good thing I'm playing blue and I can play it. What's the problem there?
Yeah.
Are you upset? It's a common? Is that why? You don't want the value of your deck to go down? Suck it up. That's a stupid reason.
Well,
I read that reason today.
I read what?
Yeah, somebody was like, no, I don't want the value of my deck to go down. I'm like, you're an idiot.
Yep.
I don't want to have to play a less expensive deck. Okay. So that's why you're playing Magic. That's a problem.
Go to Vintage.
See, I play Magic to, you know, enjoy myself, to win. If my deck needs a common because that common is what makes that deck tick, then
yeah, play it. Why not?
Play it. I mean,
I think it's funny that it is a common because it doesn't feel like a common. It feels at least like a common.
No, it definitely doesn't. I mean, it is a sorcery, so
yeah. I guess you have to draw 3 cards for 1 mana at sorcery speed instead of instant. Shucks.
Oh no.
That's not good anymore. If that card were an instant, I would have a problem.
Yeah, that would be a little bit ridiculous.
So I mean, that was the big thing. I mean, that big discussion today, and then the cheater, that just kind of saddened me a little bit.
Yeah, did you see a lot about that, Nayman?
I saw like the big Reddit thread that came out, and like they had the videos, and I watched the video, and I just
it's like conclusive.
Yeah, with the footage that I was able to see just from the stream.
Yeah,
knowing that going into it to looking for it, it is obvious that you can see this.
There's other videos of it too.
That's and I heard that this has happened, I guess, noticeable at other events too.
Yeah.
From the same player. So I don't know how much more evidence they can get.
Well, the thing is, and like one person said, if you're never getting caught, do you actually change that habit?
Even if you get caught.
No one called him out on it though. As far as I know, like no one called him out.
Yeah.
I guess until no, but you also have to think like you're at the event. You're playing in the finals. There's a lot of stress for playing in the finals as is, and let alone like something slight like that where he's sitting there and he's chatting with you and you know just having a regular conversation. You're not sitting there staring down at his thumb as he flips a card to the front of the top of your deck or anything like that. So and like if I was watching the stream or something like that, or even the commentators that are sitting there, they're not sitting there staring at his hands. They're thinking of other stuff and just like, okay, somebody's shuffling. They're not actively looking for it, but when you're actively looking for it, it's completely different.
Well, I mean, like me and Brandon and Jadine talked about, when you're taught or at a main event, when you're shuffling, you know your cards are right here, you know, right at center chest basically, and you're just shuffling, and you literally pick a spot out in the open world there, and you just look, and you just
away.
And you just do your thing and shuffle and shuffle and shuffle, and after you're done, cards down on the mat, and then you look at your opponent, and then you talk to them, but you're not looking at them. You're like, I'm gonna look over there, and then you shuffle. Mm-hmm. You don't look at the cards. Like, that's like proper etiquette. You don't look at that, and I mean that's knowing what's on your bottom and what's on your is a little bit of a no. I mean, sometimes you get a little hint of it.
It's a huge no. That's also cheating.
Yeah. Well, I get that.
I'm gonna shuffle until I find all his Tarmogoyfs and put them on the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
Like, also just a huge no. So,
I mean, it's just one of those things of you don't do it.
Yeah.
It's the game. There's the sanctity of the game. And yes, there is a point where you might just be playing a match and you get possibly the worst draws ever, like when Brandon plays me in Versus.
And that happens.
And that happens.
It sucks. It's frustrating, especially like if you get flooded out or not enough lands, or all the salt. It sucks when you don't get to actually have a competitive game. But if it's not because of you, if it's because of something that your opponent is doing, it's a whole other thing, and it's just
if I was ridiculous. And like I say, we've had guys cheat at the store, and I mean we've had to kick guys out because of cheating. I mean. Back in Gate Crashes, I'll tell a little story. We'll have a little story time. It'll be about 5 minutes story time.
Story time with Pat.
I like story time.
But we had a group of guys come in, never seen them in the store before. They were from one of the other stores. We have 4 of them in the area. And nice. It was Gate Crash, so you still had Innistrad in there and all that stuff. Great. I mean, Naya was a huge thing. Bonfire, a huge thing. Basically...
Miracles.
Yeah. My buddy was on a Naya deck, and he was basically win to get it. Win to get in the top 8. That was, So...
Wait, I need to stop you. What did you call it? A win to get it?
Win to get into the top 8.
Okay. I thought we were going to have a new thing, like chunk blocking.
No.
I was getting so happy for a second.
Shut up, Brandon. And so basically what the big thing was is there was a guy behind him, and I was standing on the other side because I was, I judge. When I'm not playing, I'm judging.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm standing up at the counter with Jeff, the store owner, and I kind of noticed something out of the corner of my eye. And the guy behind the one guy playing just nodded. And I'm like, why did he just nod?
Why are you nodding?
Like, I mean, it wasn't even like, it was just it was one direct just up, down nod. So
it would be less suspicious if he's just sitting there nodding.
Well, I mean, if some people have like headphones on or whatever, when you're in an event, you have headphones on, you're just kind of like bopping away to the music.
Not anymore.
No.
It's not allowed.
No.
Well, it is an FNM.
Yeah, FNM, just casual, but
But I mean, so that's the biggie. So okay, so I catch this nod, and Carl has my buddy has this dominating board, and all of a sudden, you would not blow into this or roll into this knowing that basically the Alpha Strike Back would kill you. There's no way. And knowing that he might have something to make his creatures indestructible or whatever, which he was running charms and deck and all that, he wouldn't chance tapping out for a Mortars his opponent if you knew, because he had just showed a charm.
Okay.
So he Mortars and did not see the charm, so he ends up winning, blowing up the board, and swinging in.
Oh, I see. Like
basically, the guy nodded.
Yeah, he called him.
It's good. Yeah, basically knowing hand.
Yeah.
So we went back and we actually had security cam footage, and we rolled it back really quick, and then I saw it. It was like plain as day. They had been doing it a few times to other people, and it was basically these two guys. One would finish really quick, and then stand behind the other opponent's player and basically say, "Yeah, you you can play, or no, don't play that card. So he'd walk and look at his buddy's hand and walk back behind you.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's one of those things of, why would you cheat? I mean, at that point they were top 8, and
For an
we were
F&M?
like, what?
I said for an F&M. Like,
It wasn't F&M.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, why cheat for an F&M?
Yeah.
Or game day or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
it
does it really matter?
Yeah. They have been banned from the store, for good. We there's not many that get banned. I mean, most of them get banned for throwing cards or throwing hissy fits or whatever.
Does that happen?
Oh yeah.
That's funny. That's never happened at our store. The worst we had was like 2 weeks ago. Some kid wrote on the back of his cards. He put like an S on the back of his soul chandelier.
Oh no!
We're like, you're an idiot. We just made him buy sleeves. But that's
so. I mean, it's just one of those things. I mean, I get cheating will give you that extra edge, and yeah, you're gonna win a bigger prize.
Ooh.
But is it really worth getting kicked out or getting caught in the end of the day?
No, obviously not.
And I mean, we're talking cheating at like a local level versus cheating at someone with 10,000 people are watching you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're on the mainstream. You're first place right now. I'm gonna win $4,200 or what is it, $4,000 or 38? I forget what the top prize is.
For second.
Or for first.
First
place.
is 10 grand, man.
Is it? Sorry.
Yeah.
Is it 10 grand?
I think so.
No.
Is it 10 grand overall?
It's 10 grand overall.
Oh, that makes more sense. It's like,
$2,400.
Okay. That
so
makes more sense.
it's basically $2,400 or $1,200.
So you're going to double your money. Or get nothing.
You double your money or get nothing. To me, I'm already sitting... If I was that guy, I would be like, you know what? I'm going to play my game straight out. I have faith in my deck. Let's roll with it.
Well, he's been cheating for so long, never got caught.
And that's the thing, is he never got caught.
Yeah.
So finally now
Nothing
someone...
ever happened to him. Because there's a video of him playing someone else, and the guy calls him on it. He's like, hey, I don't want you to shuffle my deck that way.
Yeah.
Because he's got it face up, right? So you can just see the cards. And he's like, well, you flip it down. The guy says no, and he calls a judge who then shuffles the deck.
Yeah.
So, honestly, if I play this, well, it's not going to happen. But if I ever played a guy named Trevor Humphreys, I'm just going to call a judge and get him to shuffle, like, immediately.
Yeah.
And you have every right to do that. Like,
Yeah.
that, it's not like you're going to call the judge, ask him to shuffle for you, and then he's going to say no.
Right.
Like, the judge is going to do it. If you have a reasonable
suspicion.
argument for getting him to do it. And I think if he's not banned, which he might be,
I
probably should be.
Wizards really, that's one thing I will give Wizards, is they are really good at basically when something like this happens, they just go, we're not dealing with it. Blacklist DCI.
They'll give them like a year. Like, I don't think he deserves a lifetime ban for his DCI. Like, we don't send criminals to prison forever. We send them to prison for a while, and then they come back out, presuming, that they've been rehabilitated. At least here. I don't know how the American system works. So, like, the idea is not to make it so he never plays Magic again ever, because it's a bad thing. We just want him to not cheat. So banning him for a while the first time, I think, is fine. That said, this guy has like a red mark next to his name, and he should just have a judge with him at all times if he ever comes back. At least for the first little while. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't think he deserves lifetime.
No,
that's excessive.
I definitely...
Yeah.
Because he can't even F&M, right?
No, you can't do anything. Anything with a DCI you can't do.
Yeah.
If you're blacklisted.
I mean, like, forever? For a year. Okay. Huh. I'm down for that.
I mean,
for,
is he going to learn? No. That's going to be the next thing.
What's that?
Is he learning?
Is he learning?
Will he learn not to do it?
Oh, well... I don't know. I don't know him. He's very good at it. Like you can tell when he does stuff like when he's looking at the bottom card, he'll move dice. Like
Yeah,
you
it's not.
watch that
It's
GIF, he does
clearly
that.
he's been doing this for a while.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
He's very practiced at sleight of hand.
Yeah, and
So
get your attention somewhere else.
I'm
Let me
with-
try to talk to you. Focus up
Yeah.
at my face, not at what I'm doing with my hands. Oh, look at them moving something over there, and you have all these creatures and no lands. Enjoy.
I agree with Spike. Like he doesn't respect the game or other players, but that doesn't mean he can't in the future.
Yeah.
Like I just think a lifetime is excessive. That's all I'm saying. He deserves a ban for at least like a year or 6 months or whatever. Like I trust that they'll make the right decision here. So
Yeah.
Now that reminds me, it's different, but the last kind of ban that really stands out in my mind is the person that was taking those pictures at GP
Oh yeah.
Richmond.
Crack ban.
Do you remember how long he got banned for?
I don't.
I saw him at a recent event, actually. I think he just got like a slap on the wrist.
No,
Yeah.
he got banned for a little bit, but I didn't think it was very long.
Yeah,
I
it was
think,
like
I
6
say,
months
it
or
was a slap on
something.
the wrist. It wasn't a
Yeah.
big, long one.
Okay. Because that was the last one that I just remember
Yeah.
jumping out in my mind.
I'm with Kyle here. Kyle with a smile. 6 months without Magic would kill me.
I mean, he can still play online.
hmm
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Can
Thank
you
you,
get a
Spike.
new CI number? That would be funny. You can just get a new one.
Ban is lifetime. Suspended is just a length of time. So, I don't know. But for something like this, like
Okay,
he's
suspended.
cheating in the
Okay,
he's,
guys,
he's, he's
it's
cheating
gonna
in the
depend.
finals of an event.
It's also going to depend on how much, basically how many statements they get and how many people felt like this happened throughout the day.
I don't think that's relevant. I don't
No,
think
it is.
statements from random people.
I think that they're gonna go through all of the footage of
Yeah.
any of his events,
Yep.
both not only at this weekend but past weekends too.
Well, the problem with that is it's been too long. Like, it's been so long since those other events. Like, I don't think they can count anymore.
No. You
Like
can't.
they can be as evidence against him, but they're not gonna like
Right.
ban him for that as well.
No. Yeah, but just
Okay.
to look to see, kind of being like, okay, clearly this is not the first time that he's done this sort of thing,
Yeah.
kind of thing. But at this event, he was clearly doing it
He got
to
caught.
get an
Yeah.
advantage. Got caught. He needs to get punished for this
Okay.
particular
Yeah.
crime.
Because
Yeah.
I'm all about, bringing Magic people together. That's my thing. I want to bring everyone in Magic together and have a good time. I don't care what gender you are, we play Magic. As a community, we play Magic. We love each other. And we roll with it. I mean, that's what I want. I mean,
That'd be ideal. I mean, you're never gonna get that though. Like,
you're never going to get that. You're going to get the trolls and you're going to get the idiots. And I understand that.
the vocal minority.
The idiot minority that just makes you,
Spike, I don't know what it is that.
I don't think he got banned. He just got launched out of the GP, right? If I remember.
Did someone get kicked out?
Yeah, I think he got kicked out.
Okay. So, how it works is Wizards is banning DCI numbers, not the event organizers. So the event has to actually submit it to Wizards to get him banned. So I don't know if they did that or not. But it seems like that's not enough for a ban or for a suspension. Yeah. Just prefer to fight the guy. Oh, yeah. I mean, if he's been suspended before, then maybe that's a reason that he gets it again. But yeah, it sounds pretty dirty. This Bertocchini guy.
I think he wrote an apology letter. I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I don't care. That doesn't matter. The apology letters are meaningless. It's I got caught. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry this happened. You won't catch me again.
Being from esports, guys, we understand cheating a little bit on the harsher side. And you don't see it a lot in
Savior.
Magic.
Why?
Yeah, savior. Sad days, guys.
I think we just don't catch it in Magic. I'm pretty sure people do it.
Oh, I know there is. I mean,
Oh,
yeah. Yeah, she did apologize, try to do it again. Yeah. But I mean, like you say, the biggest thing is like, you know, being on the judge side now more at times, you get some really weird stuff, dude. I mean, well, I don't mind shuffling people's decks or anything like that. Like, if you call a judge and you feel like someone's cheating you in any way, shape, or form, call the judge.
Oh yeah.
And just
100%.
or do what my buddy did. They were at top 8 for game day this week. He was gonna make a play, but he actually had to ask the judge, basically a question, if it was a valid play, and that's completely cool. Or if how his opponent was playing, he actually asked me a question. Like, he just stood up, walked over, goes, "Hey, I have a quick question. This is what's happening in the game." And I walked over and said, "Yeah." I looked right at him and said, "Yeah, that's cool. This is how you're right in thinking that." So he went back to this thing, where we had another guy. Mo missed Jadine. Sorry.
Yeah, you should to go.
She had to jet. She's got stuff to do and things to get ready for. Being a pro player, she'll be hit or miss until the grind is done. So.
Just like December, I guess.
I forget. She's taking a year. I think she took a year off of college.
Oh.
So.
Okay.
So.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I mean, like I said, I got a judge call in game day. A kid went to Monsters Polychronos, and he goes, "Well, it says any," and I'm like, "Yeah, but there's other creatures on the other side of the field. So any is a number between 1 and X."
Yeah. If it said up to as many, then you could choose 0.
Yeah.
Which is so dumb. That it should be stated on that card. You have to choose something.
I understand that, but when a judge is making the call, you have to just suck it up. You know.
Yeah.
So, basically, for me, I looked right at him and I said, "He's got a Savage Knuckle Blade, or I think it was a Knuckle Blade.
Yeah, you have.
And he's got a Keratin on the other side, and he's like, and he was attacking in with Polychronos. He blocked with the Knuckle Blade, and he's like, "I'm gonna monstrous him," and he's like, "And I'm monstrosing 0. I'm not attacking anything, so it's just gonna monstrous and get big." And I'm like, "No, it doesn't happen that way." No, they got real heated. And I'm like, "Listen, I
don't think he can actually do that.
I'm like, I walked it over.
Monsters for 0 before, it just doesn't work.
Well, no, he wanted to monstrous it for like 3, but not target anything.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And I'm like, "Listen, here's your issue. I'm going to tell you this right now. It's not going to happen." And if there's no creatures on the battlefield, you can monstrous them and nothing happens.
You just put counters on?
Yeah, you just put counters. Or if there's a hexproof creature, nothing happens. Because you can't target them.
If there is a legal target, you have to pick one.
If there's a legal target, you have to pick it. And he goes, "I don't believe you. I'm going to look it up on Magic." I said, "No, you're not. I'm the judge this time. You have to do it that way." At that point, he was already on a warning at that point for, arguing. But, I just, I get it. There's cards that do that, and that's not cheating. That's just not reading the rules, I guess. But cheating in general, when you're looking at your deck, opponent's deck, going, "Oh, that's a nice creature, top. Oh, that's a nice creature, top. Oh, that's, land, bottom." I don't feel it's fair. This horse has been
beat to death. Let's move on.
Okay. So, what are you guys looking forward to next week? Maybe a new deck out of Mini?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Or Stockholm? Because, I mean, European, they do tend to come out with some new stuff.
They have some crazy.
We do have to thank
Zani
and friends for coming up with Mono Blue Devotion during the Theros, and
yeah, I'm glad there wasn't a new Mono Blue.
So we have to thank them for Mono Blue Devotion. So maybe the French or one of the European groups will come up with a brand new deck we could talk about all next week.
It'd be cool. I want to know what's in the Commander thing. This is a thing that I want to know.
Well, like Ross Merriman said, Commander is a thing where you get to show off your deck and then throw them down and just flip a coin and see who wins.
I mean, I want to know what's in the new decks. like what's reprinted.
That
The
Force will.
reprints, I forget how many. Did they say how many reprints are actually reprinted?
15 new cards in each one, I think. That's what they said. So there's quite a few reprints.
Okay.
Usually there's a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say generally there's a lot. We got our first commander, Planeswalker.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah, I guess we did.
Teferi.
6 mana for not good Planeswalker.
It's going in
It's just
super
not
friends.
good.
It's a start, though.
Yeah, it's cool. I like that they're trying it.
It's
They
going
should
in
have just
super
made a really
friends.
good one though.
Ooh, like
actually-
Mike's got an SCG near him in November 1st and 2nd. That would be
I
what's
wanna
next weekend?
We going?
What is
Play,
next weekend?
play? Let's do it. I don't know. That's in a while. Oh, it's the week after next. That's not that long.
What?
It's cool.
What?
Next
What is
week.
Next week?
It's
That's
in
what-
Brooklyn. No, it's in Oakland.
Oh, is Oakland next week?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh. Well, that's
The
cool.
sequence mini next weekend's Oakland. That's cool. That's near LA, right?
Yeah.
Okay, got there.
I did not know they were out in Oakland. Okay.
Yeah, they don't do a lot of West Coast stuff. I guess Kibler
No.
up there.
Yeah, Kibler's out that way, so.
Yeah. Anyway,
And then
I think
back
that's
towards
probably everything in it.
Columbus. It's Columbus on the weekend of New Jersey.
What?
Oh no, Columbus then GP. So 3 weeks till GP New Jersey then.
Oh,
Because we got this weekend's mini, next weekend's Oakland, weekend after that is Columbus and GP New Jersey.
yeah.
So
Man, they have so Columbus gets an open November 8th, and then
Yep.
they get one January 3rd.
Columbus gets a lot of opens, guys. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna lie.
I want an open. Come on, guys. Canada, do it.
You know.
Vancouver? Huh? Huh?
I'm
No,
just hoping
no.
they come back up to the Western New York area again. So
I'm sure they will. It's East Coast.
we get one about every 2 years, it seems like. So
Oh, that's more than the never that we get.
yeah, you get a Grand Prix at least.
No, not well. Yeah, I do. Kind of. Vancouver is about 12-hour drive, I guess.
Yeah,
Oh,
we have a guy at our store right now. He's from Vancouver. He's training for the job he has. He works for Carestream. Pretty cool.
Okay.
kid. So
I just think it's cool Canada gets a pro tour.
you guys are this year?
That's exciting because that
That
pro
is exciting, yeah.
that Grand Prix is actually really close to the pro tour, so maybe you get to see a bunch of pros.
Yeah.
I'd be okay with it. Although that means they're going to win our Grand Prix, which usually they're not there. But well, I guess a lot of turned out for last Vancouver. So I don't know. Anyway, do you guys want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we can wrap
Yeah.
it up. It's been a good time. So,
Huh.
guys, if you like what you heard, please hit the follow button. You'll see more of Jadine when she's not doing that grind. She is a pro player in all sense of the word. She has made money in the game playing.
In the game of Magic.
Yes. So I thank her for joining us, and hopefully she'll become more and more part of the crew, and feel more comfortable with us. So I know it's a little awkward the first time in. We're a little overwhelming at times. So But
I just
Nana-
realized I've been logged into the City of the Gathering account.
yeah, it's okay.
I'm changing it. So you can follow me on Twitter, seeing as we're at that part of the show.
Yep.
All of our Twitters are down below. So do that and hit the follow button.
Yep,
Something isn't working properly. All right, whatever. Screw you.
that's okay. Naman,
Yeah, so I'm Nan Man. I'm here every so often.
2 weeks in a
Not
row.
yeah, we're back on track there. No, I mainly do StarCraft related stuff. So if you guys want to check out the StarCraft stuff that I do, you can check me out twitch.tv/TheRealNameMan when I'm on the show and doing Magic stuff. It's usually related to Modern though, so you guys can hear my thoughts on that. Check me out on Twitter if you want to hear more of the projects that I'm working on. But that's gonna do it for me.
all right, guys, and always thank you. I will get Jadine's Twitter thing on there. She's the
Isn't it Quiet Fish?
She's the Quiet Fish at
The Quiet Fish.
Yep, at the Quiet Fish. So give her a follow. If you see her in an event, give her a high five. Say thanks for being on State of the Gathering. You're pretty amazing.
And get her to sign a Siege Mastodon. She won't get the joke, but I will.
Why?
That's the card I was gonna sign at Calgary. Did you forget?
Don't you remember
I
that?
forgot-
Come
I
on
forgot.
now.
Oh, I was gonna sign Siege Mastodons for anyone who wanted them.
Yeah.
I had some with me too.
You were ready.
I had like 3 Siege Mastodons. There's no way I'm gonna need these, but in case I do,
Just in case.
I need to have them.
All right,
That's
guys.
why we made the thing. You got to go find them
Next
at
week,
GPs.
more
That should be
Magic, and we will have a versus video. So if you guys want to see certain decks played in Standard, shoot us the message, and if not, you'll see a homebrew out of me for sure. So
There's a chance I'm gonna play that Absent deck and just crush you. Sick of losing. That's my kind of deck.
enjoy. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and have a great night.
Alright, peace.